Alright, so what is this technology that I'll be using? This is called Mosamac Science. It's this website and program divides each scientific unit that they have into 3 different lessons. Each lesson bounces off the previous one, and that progresses up towards on Bloom's taxonomy. In the sample unit here, the class is going to be focusing on the weather unit, as you can see right here where my cursor is. Mainly, they'll be looking at the temperature, pressure, and different weather patterns. Right now, we are looking at the unit overview of the 3 lessons, which contains, as you can see, what the lessons are right here, as well as the next generation science standards inquiry scale. So this will let you see whether it wants to be more teacher or student driven based off your students' science skills, common misconceptions of the unit, vocabulary terms, and different extra leveled reading that you can choose. So let's look at the first lesson. Alright, the first lesson is broken up into phenomenon and animation, which I'll get into a bit more. So the phenomenon is broken down into 7 different parts, with the last part being here. You can see a quiz that which I would use as a review. The first step focuses on the phenomenon as itself, as well as providing an example question. So we go through, we read this about weather patterns and what it looks like on radars, going through and predicting based off the radar what is going to happen in Albany, New York on May 2017, so the students can type in, or I can type in myself if we're doing this as a whole class, what it would be. You can save it and then submit your answer. They'll ask if you want to submit, and I hit submit, yes. So then you go on to step 2, which will show you a video clip of what actually happened that day based off our phenomenon. And then you can go in and answer the episode questions. So we go through and answer each question as either, again, as a class or individually. You can record observations if you would like to as the videos. You can go back and watch the video and enter observations if that is what you want to do. Like I said, you answer these 6 questions, and then you go on, same process for air masses, and when air masses meet. So when you go to finally get to the quiz, like I said, I would use this as a review. You can take a quick look at this quiz. It goes through all air masses have the same temperature, moisture. They would answer yes or no, and until they answer all 6 questions. Now, if you want to add more to that, if the students may be still confused or anything like that, you can go to the animation, right, which gives you an additional review of it. So this will give you like a 7-minute-ish video of our main character here, Mosamac, doing this in more of a real-life experiment based on these weather radar patterns. I seem to have lost my cursor, or that I found it. Now going into lesson 2, which you can do most likely the next day, depending on how much time you have for your science unit. This is more tactile and hands-on, based off the previous lesson. So for this unit, the activity is split into different steps, or in this case, stations. So we look here at the presentation. I'll just go quickly through of like definitions and simple terms that students should know. So going into the stations, which starts here at temperature, students can be given a student guide, which is shown here, of the different stations, and depending on your students' levels or how you want to go about this, the stations can stay as stations, or you can do a couple of these stations together as a whole class, anything like that based off your preference. Once each of the stations are complete, and that will be after having the students create a prediction and then actually completing the activities, there are multiple activities per station, so the teacher can pick a certain activity or multiple activities, again, based off student skill and need. So once all the desired stations and activities are completed, students will complete an exit ticket, which is just another review type quiz, which allows me to see if they are understanding this material or not. So again, if you need more practice, there's another extension, which is more activities. And then going into lesson 3, it is called the engineer. It takes what students have learned in lesson 1 and 2 and apply it to real world situations like an engineer would. Students are given a challenge to complete, which is in step 2, and given the resources in 3 and 4 to plan and design a fix for that challenge. The best thing about this is that under each lesson, the teacher can look at a planned lesson plan out, and it can be used in conjunction with a given curriculum or independently. I would use this for individual, small groups, and whole class instruction based on my students' need at the time of the usage of this unit. Why is it part of my technology implementation plan? Well, it's one of the newer technology tools that I have found and I never used within my classroom, and I will be using it to help develop and extend academic understandings by the student while also engaging them during these lessons to keep them entertained and wanting to learn science. Overall, I believe my students would love this, and it's something new that I will be willing to try.